them retail, okay? Just like if this was Avon or Mary Kay, you buy a certain amount of products wholesale and you're able to sell that to your customers at retail, okay? The wholesale price is anywhere to $12 to $20 on the range of products, okay? And why I say 12 to 20 is because we're going to continue to introduce new products.
Yeah.
There's I don't know if I should leak this out, shall I go?
Yeah. Yes. You're home now.
I'll say possibly, so that way it's just like possibly.
There you go.
Can you imagine a children's spray?
Oh,
Can
wow.
you imagine a multivitamin spray? I mean, can you imagine?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, obviously there's an extension of going, and the range will be between $12 and $20 wholesale, okay? Like, for example, I don't have that with me, but the Slim by 10 is a little bit more expensive wholesale than some of the other sprays. And it's just based upon the ingredients and cost of goods and everything else. But then also, you have a suggested retail, okay? So right now, the range of suggested retail is a 40% profit margin. So it goes from 25 So like, for example, if you buy the sprays in a 4-pack or 10-pack at wholesale, okay, you can sell it for a suggested price of between $25 and $35, depending on which product we're talking about, okay, between $25 and $35, and you're purchasing it between $12 and $20, depending on which product we're talking about. So, does everybody understand wholesale to retail profit?
Yes.
Yeah.
Buy wholesale, sell retail. And I'm going to show you on some of the packages how that can be an immediate profit center, especially for some of the guys and girls that are in their 20s that say, man, I want to join, but I don't have the money to join. I mean, there's a great way to retail your way into this business also. All right, so that's the first way to get paid. Number 2, unlimited weekly fast start bonuses.
Wow.
This is cool because it is unlimited, meaning that in some companies, you're required to sponsor 6 or 8 or 10 or 12 or 15, individuals. Here with our company, you can qualify for with as little as 2, fully qualify for the entire compensation plan. But the unlimited fast start bonus is basically this: is that if Vicky here, you share the products with Lydia, who shares it with Michael Lee, who shares it with Phil, who shares it with Diana. If Vicky shared it with all of you,
Right.
that would be fast start bonus, fast start bonus, fast start bonus, fast start bonus, because you guys got on the product,
Right.
and she's the enroller, okay? So the enroller gets a $50 bonus, and you can go as many as you like, unlimited, always and forever, got it?
Yeah.
So if you enroll 10 people onto the product personally, 10 people, right? What is your bonus going to be? $500, right?
Right.
10 times 50. Okay? Everybody got that pretty straightforward?
Yeah.
All right. We'll go to the next one then. The team builder bonus. Okay, this is a very, very important bonus. Now, team builder is simply that you've enrolled 2 individuals. We'll call it a left team and a right team. Okay? Does everybody get that here?
Yeah.
You got a left team and a right team. This configuration will make you a team builder. How many team builders do we have in the room? You're at least a team builder. Yeah? Give them a round of applause. Okay? Why do you get a round of applause is not only are you successfully shared the product and enroll somebody, but now you are fully qualified for the entire compensation plan.
Yeah.
Okay? And if you yourself are on the product and those 2 are on the product forever, you're qualified forever. Has everybody got that?
Yep.
So congratulations, team builders, you're fully qualified for lifetime. Now, as a team builder, you do pick up additional bonuses, okay? And the additional bonuses are that once you have your 2 and you're qualified, and let's say Ben here is one of your 2 and Robert's one of your 2, okay? Is you'll pick up, when Ben shares the products with somebody and enrolls somebody, Ben will get 50, but you will pick up 25, okay? That's because Ben shared it with Joe. Now Joe shares it with Peter. Joe will get 50, you will get another 25. It rolls up to the next team builder.
Right.
So that's why it's important to become team builder quickly, because if you're not team builder, the 25 will roll past you. It always rolls to whoever the team builder is in the lineage, in the line of sponsorship. Okay? So what I teach people is the first thing you want to do, you make your list, you set your goals, you set your plan of action, you do your, TTP tasting party, or, you're getting together with people at Starbucks or whatever you're doing. But your goal is one on the left, one on the right, and let's get fully qualified, but also let's not miss any commissions, because then you'll pick up all the team builder bonuses that come through the network as they duplicate. Okay? So remember that it always rolls past the active reps to the team builder reps. If it's 25 levels deep and somebody joins and everybody else is not a team builder, it's going to go straight all the way to the team builder.
Yeah.
Okay? Now I know I really want you guys to understand the compensation plan. Does anybody have a question on that, or does everybody understand that? Everybody got it?
So
Yes, sir.
if Robert didn't exist, then I'm sorry. If Robert didn't exist, then the
It's not team
$75
builder.
would not roll to Mary, right?
If Robert did not join? Yeah, correct. So in that case,
Right.
if Robert wasn't here, then it would probably go to Mary's sponsor, whoever the team builder is. So the way the computer works, the software is just looking up, that first person that sees a team builder, boom, that's who it's going to pay the bonus to. Okay? So that's why it's important when we set the goals and we get a new person started, say, hey, you know what? Get fully qualified. And they'll say, what's fully qualified? Get to team builder so you don't miss out on anything. Right? And that's simply sharing with 2. And 2 is great, because in the direct sales industry, the average person sponsors 2.7 people. So we're, as easy as it can be. Yes?
Let's say you have 10 in your downline, and in that 10, 3 of them are team builders. Does the primary team builder get rolled up to them?
It will depend on who the new person coming in is. Let's just say it's under that 3rd team builder.
Right.
It's going to go to the 1st team builder. I mean, it's going to go to the not the, So let's say Peter joins, right? Joe's a team builder, Ben's a team builder, Mary's a team builder. Let's just say they're all team builders, right? This bonus is going to go straight to Joe. It's not going to, you know what I mean? So the closest, that's the way to do it. The closest team builder
Yeah.
is going to pick that bonus up.
That's it. Well, Joe was the sponsor. When Joe gets
That's
paid-
another good point. Yeah, not to confuse anybody, but if you are the sponsor, and you'll pick up the $50, but it'll go to the upline team builder.
So Ben in that case.
Ben in that case, right? Yep.
Awesome.
Okay. All right, good. So we can go to the next one. Executive bonus. This is important.
Yeah.
It's another bonus, which is cool, but it's also something where you're teaching people to become team builders, right? So because you're teaching people to get qualified and for them not to miss commissions and to get fully 100% lifetime qualified, we give you an extra bonus because, okay, you helped this person do how do you teach them to be a team builder? Teach them what you did. How did you become a team builder? Right? So if you can teach your 2 partners how to become a team builder, just like you became a team builder, that's called an executive. And when you become an executive, there's an additional cash bonus. Okay, anybody have any questions on that? We got that. Good. Okay, so this, just so you guys understand this, until you're a team builder, you're only getting paid on personal effort. Okay, which is traditional sales, if you will. When you become a team builder, now you get to get paid on group effort. You guys get that? And the mechanics of wealth is not based upon your efforts, it's based upon the group's efforts, right?
Yes.
And that's why when you hear these large incomes in network marketing, it's based upon
Right,
500 people that each put an hour in,
yeah,
not you doing 500 hours.
right.
Everybody got that? So the mechanics of wealth is leveraging yourself and using other people's time with your time, not just your time. We got that? All right, so lifetime qualified and the mechanics of wealth, and the door opens at Team Builder. All right, number 5. Weekly team cycle bonuses. Okay, this is what we meant by getting qualified as Team Builder, right? And then getting paid on the team's effort. The efforts of the team, okay? Now what this means is that you work together and you help the team duplicate and do what you do and do the TTPs and share the product and you know, by teaching your team and the team putting in the production together, okay, the volume actually helps everybody. It helps you, it helps them, it helps your upline, it helps everybody. But here's how you create a cycle. A cycle is as soon as there's 2 sales of product anywhere on one side of your team and 4 sales of product anywhere on the other side. It's called a 1/3, 2/3 split binary, right? Okay? Every time the team's volume accumulates to 2 and 4 sales, it'll pay you an extra $100. Okay? So what if your team does 4 and 8 this week? How many cycles and what's your income there? $200, right? So if it becomes 4 and 8, right? New sales from your entire team. Now, is this work that you've necessarily done or that the team's done? Team, okay? And if it goes to 12 and 6, how much did you earn? 300, okay? So the deeper it goes and the larger it grows and the more sales volume and the introduction of more new products and more excitement in the marketplace raises the amount of cycles. And you're insured your cycles when your team is working together, left and right, and you got to stay qualified, stay active on the products, and help your 2 people stay active on the products. Everybody got that? Okay. So that's the weekly cycle bonus. Now, you can cycle up to 33 times per day. And we have people that, you know, do like 10, 20, 30 times a day. So it's possible to do that. It's calculated weekly, or calculated daily, paid weekly. Calculated daily, paid weekly. Okay, so what if, here's a good question. What if you have 3 and 4? What happens to that 3rd sale after you get your $100?
Move forward, carry over next month.
Next week, when the commission cycle starts, you start ahead of the game, you already have 1. Okay? Now, other companies that don't do that, it's called flushing. Right? So, what's cool about this company is that it's a non-flushing binary. Right?
Yeah.
So
Very important.
So with some companies where that sale is too bad, we're paying you the 2.4, that extra sale is extra, you know, we don't do it that way. We just start your next week with whatever's left over from the previous week. So you kind of get a head start going already. Yes, sir.
Mel, Mr. Gill, I wanted to ask you, that one that's carried over, is it activated next week as one of the weekly?
Yeah, it's counted in your what's called carryover volume. It just starts you next week like you have 1.
In actuality, you can get, say, 1 more on the right side, where that 1 has been carried over, and then get...
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
2 or 4 more on the other side.
Right, right.
It activates in that next week.
Right.
Okay.
So same thing, like let's say this was 7 and 4, you know, then the next week you'd start with, what, 3 and 2, right? So if it's 3 and 2, then what do you need next week to create another cycle? Just 1 sale, right? Yes, sir.
So, I don't know why this wasn't clear to me before, but what we're seeing now is sales as opposed to reps. And for some reason, in the fogginess of my mind, I kept saying reps.
Right,
But you're saying sales
yeah,
and not reps.
yeah.
That makes it a whole lot more lucrative.
Well, yeah, it's based upon the product
Yeah,
purchase of the sales of the product, yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, that's the only way the company pays is on product volume.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am?
The products, is that over and above the monthly shipment?
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that next.
But I mean, where you talking now?
It's just
This
new
is over.
packages of products coming in, like when you join, you go $3.99 and you get the products.
Yes,
So that's based upon those product packages.
so when you have additional people who come in,
Yeah,
then it's based on that package.
correct.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So for each sale, so it's about whether let's say somebody buys five units. So the person that buys 5 units is counted exactly the same as the person that buys one in this.
In the weekly, it's just based upon the enrollment packages.
Okay.
Like when you get started, you have a choice of which product package. So it's only based on that. So you're not gonna probably get 5, you're probably just gonna get the one for yourself.
Okay, so I'm misunderstanding what these sales are for volume.
These sales are from the product packages that you get started with.
So you get a bulk of packages.
Right.
You don't know which one you pick. So
Yes.
when you're saying within, so these counts are for people under you buying
Yes.
packages? Okay, I
Yeah.
thought it meant like, you're selling to a person,
No.
like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, that's just from, people on your team as they join and they get on products. Okay, any other questions? Yep.
So last question, just for clarification, you're using the word sales and reps as an interchangeable word in a sense?
Well, no, I would just call it product sales because, like, for example, a representative can technically join for $49 on a starter kit, but there's no product volume. What we pay cycles on is product volume.
Right,
So it would be based upon a package or a selection of the sprays, for example.
right.
Like we have the Super 10 pack or the Diamond pack and, the different choices. Okay? All right. Next slide. Number 6. For every cycle, okay, this gets a little bit more advanced, but for every cycle, we have the ability to match it with an extra $50, up to $50, okay, per cycle. So in actuality, the compensation plan is set to pay you $100 per cycle, right? We add another up to $50 per cycle. It's called a check match bonus. And this just protects the company's compensation plan for overpaying, because the binaries are known to, in certain circumstances, overpay. The good news is the way that our mathematics works from day one in 10 years, we've not had to get into that situation. But to protect the company, the way it's written in the software is up to $50 per cycle check match bonus. So in actuality, when you do that 2 and 4 with your team, you don't just get $100, you get $150. And how many people have earned a cycle on the thing in the team? Okay, so you see that you don't get 100, you get 150, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, any questions on that? That's more technical for the company, but really, so your cycle is $150 with this check mark. All right, number 7, Pastor Denise. Okay, this is very, 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 very powerful. Where most companies on this volume will pay about $100. Okay, what we've been able to do with all the extra bonuses, pay that first cycle. By the time you get your first cycle of 2 and 4, you're going to earn $450. Because what will end up happening, you'll pick up the Fast Start bonus. Remember that one? The $50 per package. So for sponsoring 2, you do that. The Team Builder bonus, because you've helped your people duplicate there. The cycle bonus, and the executive one-time bonus. So your first cycle check will come in around $450. Which is really cool and very, very powerful, because most companies, it's like 1/4 of that on the first cycle.
$16.
The $16.84, exactly. So the reason we did this really heavy up front is because we want to get your attention And so you can, take it to your neighbor or your spouse or whoever's like, oh, I don't know about that, and say, hey, here's the first cycle, now let's move forward onto the second cycle, and third, and fourth, and fifth. So that's what accumulates, what it adds up to by the time you get your first cycle. Has everybody got that?
So the cycle bonus is an additional 150.
The cycle bonus is 150. So let's say you did your 2-4 and you became an executive, based on that, these bonuses would add up to 450. So by the time you complete that, you're in 450. Okay, next one. Okay. Now, get this one, I guess visually you might want to understand this. Remember we called it the dual core double binary? That's the name of it? This is really cool. This was invented by us. And the way this works in the software system is you've got your weekly binary, imagine that, right? Right behind it, imagine a second binary compensation plan, right behind it. So you've got two compensation plans that mirror each other. The second one is a monthly compensation plan. Now, do you have to qualify for the second binary compensation plan? No. You're automatically qualified as long as your two are active and you're active and you're a team builder. So you're actually qualified for both compensation plans when you first do it. You like that? There's no additional qualifications, right? Okay? So we call this the fifth check. I think there was a cool email that went out a couple of days ago about the fifth check.
Yeah, it did.
All right. This is the real focused long-term business for you. And you should focus on the weekly, building your team, doing your TTPs, got your thing going on, products are out there, people are using it, getting started, and you're building that weekly check. And certainly there's a very large income there. 33 cycles per day is like $35,000 a week. I mean, some of us can live on $35,000, yes?
Yeah.
Per week.
Yeah.
We can do that. Okay. But in the background, because people like the products, their D3 levels are improving. They want to stay on that. The Slim by 10, they're feeling their metabolism up. They want to stay on that. The B vitamins are making them feel good. They're boosted on and getting the quality nutrition, right? Super 10, I won't even talk about all the benefits there, but because they're getting results and they like the product and they're using the product, and they're going to naturally share the products, and they have customers, okay? That usage of product is accumulated on the back end in the second compensation plan automatically, without you having to do anything, without you having to qualify, okay? So two binary compensations running right mirroring each other like a mirror. The front one is the weekly, and right behind it automatically this is running. Here's what this does. It pays you a cycle bonus of $25, again, unlimited level, based upon your same team that's building the weekly, and that team accumulates at least 6 points and 3 points, and that creates a cycle. Now, what is a point? A point is a product auto ship purchase. So if you're on the basic 4-pack, which you get 4 spray tubes a month, right? You get them at wholesale for you to use or for you to sell, right? Okay, that's a point. That's a point. So if we've got 4-pack, 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 how many points are accumulated on your team? You get a point. So 1, 2, 3. 4-pack, 4-pack, 4-pack is 1, 2, 3 points, like 1 point each, right? Okay. The 8-pack, right, where you get 8 tubes monthly, we give you an extra 2 tubes as a bonus, and we call it the 10 for the name of the company, right? Mm-hmm. The 10-pack. That actually gives you 2 points, right? Mm-hmm. So, if this is 10-pack, 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 how many points are going on this side? 6 instead of 3, okay? So, it's probably better, because you need less people on your team to accumulate larger incomes, if we're duplicating more volume and more product, right? right? Okay. So if we have husband, wife, and children on the product, they might need 10 at least, okay, or more. Or if you have customers, and you have some customers on the D3, or you have customers on the Slim by 10, you're going to need to service those customers. So you might need at least a 10-pack or more. So what if we have these things called, what are they called? Share packs. Okay, a share pack is a group of 5 tubes, right? So, this is Mary, this is Sally. Sally needs her 10-pack for her family, but she also needs 2 share packs, or 3 share, let's call it 3 share packs, for her customers. They're not distributors, but they want the product, and she retails to them and makes her profit, okay? So, a share pack is 1 point. She needs 3 share packs. Plus, she herself is on her own 10 tubes. So, let's do the math. A share pack is 1 point. This is for her customers. And she bought 3 share packs this month. Right? Sally did. And she has her own personal usage of the 10 tubes. How many points is that? 5. So now you've got 5. What if she does the same thing and he does the same thing? 5, 10, 15. A lot more than 3 points, right? Okay. That's what we mean by companies that start with 3 or 4 products like our company and then end up with hundreds of products that service all kinds of needs, right? Like the big companies that we talked about earlier. So that's kind of the future volume, if you will. And that's where it kind of gets larger and larger. And that's what I call residual income. Residual income means that the customers don't care if you're going to continue with the business or do the business. They want the product.
Right.
The distributors using the product, if they're getting testimonials and results. That's why it's also so important for us to bring out quality products that people get results from. Because if they don't, they're going to drop off. They're going to stop using it, and then nobody's going to make any money. So, but if it's a quality product where they say, I got testimonial, here are my D3 results, it's improving, I've dropped a few pounds, I feel great, my kids love the product, but then they're going to use it and use it and use it and use it, and it's called residual income when they do that, because it's consumable. Because what do they do when they run out of the product? Go back to you, they need more. Go back to you, they need more, right? Residual income makes you rich. Rich is what? Residual income creates happiness. R-I-C-H. Residual income creates happiness because whether you work or not, you went on vacation, you went to Hawaii, right? Okay. You weren't working for those 2 weeks you went to Hawaii or 3 weeks you went to Hawaii, but people didn't stop using the product. So what does the company have to do? Send you a check. Yeah. So it kind of all works together, where if they are not going to use the product while you're away in Hawaii, you're not going to earn an income. So the product better be good, right? So if we bring out some, snake oil messy junk that is just kind of like hyped up, it has no real substance behind it, when you go to Hawaii, your income's not going to be there. But in this case, if the product is good and people want it, they don't care if you're in Hawaii or they need the product, then the income is there. Okay, number 9. Did everybody let's go back one. Does anybody have any questions on, are we back one? Any questions on that? We're good? Okay, next slide. Thank you, Pastor Denise. All right, $25, okay? We do cap you, $150,000, 1 point for ownership from your team and the customers, 3 points, and 6 will pay you a cycle either way of $25. Now, $25 sounds like a little or a lot, I don't know, but I want to show you this next slide so you can really understand the $25. Okay. For every 3 and 6 points, you earn how much?
$25.
Okay. We showed you how to get 3 and 6. Whether it's the simple way with everybody just on a 4-pack, 1 point, 1 point, 1 point, or it's the 10-pack, 2 points, 2 points, 2 points, or it's more customers, 5 points, 8 points. Got it? Mm-hmm. But for every 3 and 6 the computer sees, it's going to kick out $25. So if it sees it one time, that means one cycle. If it sees 3 and 6 points one time, you get $25. Okay? Now, since the people would like to reorder the product because they're getting results, and this is all you have, is 3 people and 6 people on your team, no customers, just using that 4-pack of product, right? You're going to earn $25 every month. Because next month, that 3 and 6 people are still on the 4-pack of product because they ran out. What did you earn at the end of the year? $300. Does that make sense? Because that one cycle is not like a weekly. Weekly is based upon new packages and new people using the product. This is based upon the same people reordering the product. We got that? That's what's called residual. So if they stay on the product, you'll get $300 every year. You pay it monthly, but you'll earn $300 a year. Okay? Now, let's go down here. Create 100 cycles. Okay? Remember the 3 and 6? Okay? That would be 100 cycles times 3 points. Let's call them individuals on the product. That would be on your short leg, 300 people on your team using the product. Right? Okay. How do you get to 300 people? 2 who get 2 is 4. 4 who get 2 is 8, 16, 32, 64, 128. It duplicates, right? Okay. So 300 people on your short leg using the product. What is your monthly income? Okay. And your yearly income. Okay. That's a pretty decent income for just a small group of 300 people on that short side using the product that you didn't even bring in all 300. You brought in a few and they duplicated a few more and so on, like grows, right? Okay. The average United States income, the average American earns, I think it's $31,000 a year. Average income, right? Mm-hmm. So if we build a small network, $30,000 is the average wage or average income. Not bad, right?
Right.
And it's permanent residual income. See, the average American has to show up at their job to make that $31,000 tomorrow or Monday, right? And they got to deal with all the headaches from 9 to 5 and the traffic and the boss and everything else, right? Here, they got the network in place, right? They take off to Hawaii. Network still wants to use the product and continues to use it. Whether they like it or not, they're going to pick up $30,000 that year. They're forced to take the money. Don't rip up the check. That's called residual income. Residual income creates happiness. You will be happy if you're at your job and let's say you get paid $50,000 a year at your job or whatever, right? An extra $30,000 because people don't want to let go of using the product. You'll take it. I'll take it. Yep. Okay. Now let me show you something else. What if they have some customers? What if they're on the 10-pack because they need it for them, their spouse, or they give a couple to their neighbor for the D3, or you know, the weight loss is huge, so people are going to try and trim down and they're going to get that. What if they're on the 10-pack? In the 10-pack, since you get 2 points instead of 1, now how many people do you need instead of 300?
150.
150. If it takes you a year to build a team of 150, it's up 30,000. Permanent residual income. Company's been here 10 years now, it's going to be the 11th year, right? We'll keep on paying that. Whether you like it or not, you got to take the check with 150 people on your team. Don't rip up the check. Cash the check. All right, let's who likes big money? Anybody? Big money. All right. It all starts with $16.84, and then we get to the big money. Here's what I call big money. Because in my neighborhood, I'll tell you this right now. If you're earning that every year,
Yeah. Yeah.
you're the big,
Doing good, doing good. We all want to make
you're the big
dollars.
baller.
That's
You're,
right.
you're the,
Shot call.
yes,
right.
you are. Okay, that is significant income
Yeah.
for sure. No question about
That's
it.
good.
No question about it. Okay, here's how you get there: 1,000 cycles. 1,000 cycles on one point on a 4-pack, just in your network with no customers and nobody on a 10-pack auto ship. The majority of the company right now, everybody's on a 10-pack auto ship.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, I'm just saying everybody loosely, but I'm just saying there's a lot of people on the 10-pack,
Yeah.
not too many on the 4-pack. There's a lot of people on the 10-pack because you need the product, you want the product, and there's more points involved, more volume involved, and it's a great thing. You're buying wholesale, you're selling retail, you got the 10-pack. But if you duplicate just the 1 point, 3,000 people in your network on your short leg, as it grows, right? And maybe it takes you 2 years to get there, just because you're not having any customers yet. Your team's not, and everybody's just on the little 4-packs, okay? 1,000 cycles is 25,000 a month. That's big money, which is $300,000 a year. Now, it's a fact, I have not seen a compensation plan with this size of a network that pays that kind of a residual. That's
Right,
huge.
get up. Right.
Usually you gotta have thousands,
Yeah,
tens
people.
of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people, okay? Now, who really likes big money?
Come on with it, man. Come on, bring it.
And before I go to the big money, if you can't see 3,000 people on your short leg using the product, duplicate this way. What if everybody is on the 10-pack and you're getting 2 points instead of 1 point? Now, instead of 3,000 people, how many people in your network on this side?
Wow.
1,500.
1,500 people.
If that takes you 2 years to put together 1,500, we can get 300,000 a year. It's a great thing, right?
Woo! Goodness. Yeah.
Right?
Yes. Wow. Say it again. Say it again. Y'all heard that. Everybody clap your hands. Wow.
Now, if I'm not even gonna be able to do this,
Wow.
but what if you teach each of them to have a customer on a share pack,
Oh, goodness.
right? Or you need it because you need to service customers. So if everybody has to service one customer, then you get another point. So
7 what?
750 people?
Just 750 people for
Yeah.
$300,000 a year?
750 people. Now what if
Oh,
these products
no.
are really good and we teach people to get more than one customer, get 2 customers?
Oh, goodness.
Right? That's why it's important for you to use the product, right? Get your results, do your D3
Yes,
tests,
yes,
slim down a few pounds,
Yeah.
feel good about the product, get a couple of customers,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yes.
Hey, this is easier than your pills. It's easier to swallow. You don't have to hold your nose like with the juice bottle. You'll be all right. Try this, spray this. Get on the products. It's unique, it's cool, it's great, okay? Now, so as little as 750 people, or if you have a couple customers, 300 people, 300 grand, it's crazy. Now, if we keep going, this is where it maxes out. Mathematically, the company cannot pay more than this. It'll go upside down otherwise. So mathematically, the most it can pay out on the monthly residual side is 6,000 cycles, okay? Which, on just the 4-pack would be 18,000 on your short leg, okay? It's a lot, but I know some people, my friends at the juice bottle company, they have 500,000 in their network or something crazy, you know? And the income's not that different than what we're talking about, but if it's, everybody's on a 2-pack, right? Then you only need 9,000 in your network, right? Or if we get customers, you need even less than that in your network. But the bottom line is, what's your income monthly? Now we're talking, this is baseball player type income, right? 1.8 million. This is all on the residual side. 1.8 million a year, rich, residual income creates happiness.
Happiness.
Right?
Whoa.
That's the big picture. You can enjoy that.
Yeah.
I can live off of
The good news is, and this is what excites me, is that I don't have to pitch you and sell you in theory, and we're a great company. We were here all last year paying out checks, and the year before that, and the year before that, and the year before that, paying the checks. This upcoming year, we're going to pay the most checks we've paid as a company. So if this takes you 3 years, you're good, 1.8 million. Takes you 2 years, whatever it takes
That's
you to
right.
build that.
That's right.
Okay? The goal, the shortcut is teach your team to have more customers. The more customers your team has is
Wow.
the shortcut of building a smaller amount of people.
Wow.
Okay? So if you don't duplicate a lot of customers, you're going to have to need a lot more people to get to the income. If you duplicate customers, you need a lot less people to get to the big income. Right? So as we do our trainings, as we do our Super 10 Saturdays and all that, teach people to earn the wholesale to retail profit. Teach people that that's a good profit. Purchase it for 12, sell it for 25. That's a good profit. Get customers on the product. But you yourself have to use the product, get your results, get into the product yourself. Google Garcinia Cambogia, Google African Mango, and get into it. Know what you're putting in your system, get your results, and then teach people to get customers. And that's the shortcut to creating a large income with a small network. So what I like about this comp plan, small network, large income, based upon customers. The customers are easy if the product is good and you get results. Yes.
Now, when you say customers, are you referring to customers as in the guy next door, or are you referring to the hair salon or the fitness club that sells the product?
Ooh, that's a great question, Vicki. It's pretty much anybody and everybody. You guys want to know how I used to get customers when I was building my network?
Yeah, get on.
Teach.
All right, we're getting some training now. No, I used to do something called retail by default. Retail by default. Whereas, back then, some people would do like, we had skincare products and wellness products, but people would do like, home parties or whatever to kind of sell the product. Or they'd go after a salon, or they'd do this or they do that. Our thing was retail by default. And that was anybody that came to back then it was like an in-home presentation, which today we call the TTP. So I'll just use the word TTP for, everybody knows what TTP is?
Yeah.
Okay. Talk to people. 10 tasting party. All right, so the way that we used to do it is anybody that would come to the TTP, right? And they would see the presentation and they'd say, well, I'm not sure, I gotta talk to my spouse, I gotta think about it, whatever it was. Hey man, in the meantime, whether you join later or you don't join or you join today or whenever, you need the product. While you're thinking about it, use the product, And I would offer them a personal 30-day money-back guarantee. Because I knew that if I get them on the product, they're not going to come back to me 30 days. And I tell them, I say, you bring back the empty bottle. So I know that you used it and that you got a result or not got a result, or you don't like it or this or that or whatever. I was cool with that. And you know what? People didn't come back for no 30-day refund. They just said, hey man, good product. Or they said, hey, it was pretty good, but I don't want to order more. Whatever. But the whole deal was that while you're thinking about it, while you're talking to your spouse, while you're deciding on when you're going to join, or if you don't want to do the business, whatever, does it make sense to improve your health? Did you see what Dr. Oz said on the video about D3? Did you see what Dr. Oz said on this video about Garcinia Cambogia? You might want to put it in your system. It might be good for you. You might feel better on it. Check it, whatever. And so to me, it was like easy to retail because people didn't join the business, but they said, all right, I'll try it. Here's $25 for a month's supply. And if it's going to make me feel better, or I'm going to trim down a little bit, or my metabolism doesn't get raised, or my D3 levels. I know I need D3. We all need D3, right?
Yes.
So, based upon the presentation, the other testimonials of people's results on the product, people would say, all right, while I'm thinking about it, I mean, that lady got up there and said this happened to her, this guy said this happened to him, I'm going to try the product. Dr. Oz says this, I'm going to try the product. That was my retailing, okay? And from that, not everybody will become a long-term customer, but a certain percentage will definitely become a long-term if your products are good and there's good results and people like it. And it's cool. It's a convenient spray. It's this, it's that. All the reasons that the product is marketable, right? Now, all of a sudden, if you teach everybody in your team to retail by default, they're going to show the presentation, show the business, and get a customer. If the person's not ready to join, they're going to get a customer. They're going to get a customer. They're going to get a customer. And if you teach everybody in your team just to get one customer, look at the points add up. And what if they get 2 customers? Look at the points add up. See? So that's what I mean by, you got to focus on the usage of the product, the results for yourself, and then retailing the product. But I never sold the product. I shared the presentation. They watched the videos, and then I said, well, if you ain't ready to join, you definitely need this. That's all. But I didn't go door to door. I didn't go to salons. I didn't go and try and talk to somebody, hey, I'm going to sell you some product. Never did. Never did. I just showed the presentation and then retailed by default. Did everybody get that concept?
Yeah.
A little bit of training there. All right. Good. Next slide. I'm sorry I'm moving around past it.
No, that's okay. No, good.
All right. Remember those upfront bonuses, the $450? That was to kind of get your neighbor or your spouse to start to believe that what you're doing is real. And to get your attention and to get you some cash in your pocket. Because I've been doing Super Saturday trainings for almost 24 years. And I can tell you, people do get inspired, they do get motivated. But nothing motivates more than the check. So the motivation of that first cycle of 450 is because that's what motivates, right? Okay. Here's another thing that we designed that I believe will really motivate people, especially as we move from pre-launch to launch and we pick up the volume and people start to qualify for this and start to hit these bonuses, okay? Really cool. Is the LCQ stands for Lifestyle Club Qualified, LCQ, okay? And when you're Lifestyle Club Qualified, it's a rank or recognition of getting extra perks. Like a VIP retreat, which is a trip for all LCQ members, right? Mm-hmm. But you get that private recognition. At the big events, there'll be special seating for LCQ members. There's all kinds of extra perks. But one of the other perks and bonuses is it's the premier car up to $600 a month. Okay? Now, Mercedes, BMW, we're letting people choose whatever colors they want. We're real flexible with that, and so far, just in pre-launch, we've given out a red convertible Mercedes, and we've given out a blue, dark blue 750iL BMW, and those were all part of the LCQ club. Now, how do you get to the LCQ? You need 100 points, remember the points on the monthly, 100 points on one side, and 50 points on the other side, with your team's efforts. So once your team accumulates that together, you're either LCQ qualified or, I'll show you what the next one is, but LCQ is 50 and 100. Now 50 could be 50 people on that small side, on the short leg, that are on the 4-pack, or it can be 25 individuals on the 10-pack, right? Because 25 times 2 points each is 50 points, as long as it's 50 points. Or if they have a few customers, it's even less than that. If you have 12 customers that have a point, 12 distributors on your team that have a customer each, you'll have 50 points. So you see, it can be as little as 5 people or as much as 50 people. You guys get that?
Yeah.
It depends on if you're duplicating customers or not, if you're accumulating points that way or not. Right? So it's based upon points. Worst case is 50. 50 on your short leg to get a car bonus. It's crazy.
That's crazy.
Worst case.
50.
Some will qualify with 30. Some will qualify with 20. Some will qualify with 10. Right? But the deal is, this is already in movement. We've already given, there's actually more than 2 qualified, but they're LCQ, they're luxury, they haven't picked up their car yet.
Yes,
They have not picked it up.
yes.
And I think so far we have 7 people that are qualified,
Yes,
and out of the 7, 2 have already picked up their vehicle.
yes.
So it's, you can do it at any time. Whenever you're ready to pick it up, you pick it up, as long as you're qualified in the computer system that shows it. And then the company, right now for those 2 that did pick up out of the 7, the ones that did pick up the car, they're not paying the car note. The company's paying it.
Woo!
Yeah. Now here's how cool that is. They used to have a car note that they had anyways before they met us.
Right.
Now they don't have that anymore on their other car. Like one of my friends, she was driving a Honda or a Toyota or something like that, whatever it was. Now she's got the Mercedes, but guess what? That payment that she's been making for years on that Honda, her monthly overhead, because everybody's got mortgage and electricity and whatever, water, everything we're paying, right? And a car is a big part of it, right? Her monthly overhead just went down, plus she got the Benz, plus she got the Mercedes. Isn't that pretty cool?
Yes.
Not only did your monthly overhead go down, but now you went from a whatever, I think it was a Honda or Civic or something, whatever it was, to a Mercedes. I mean, it's like, that is really cool that you get to get on this luxury car and your monthly overhead just went down. So that's the LCQ bonus. All right, that's 150 points there. So next one is the DCQ, the big baller
All right.
bonus.
Ooh.
Here's what I like about our bonuses. They're not for those 1 or 2 superstars. Crown ambassador, zillionaire, double diamond, master of the universe. In a lot of companies, that's who gets all these like crazy nice bonuses, right? Okay? This ain't about that. This is about everybody and anybody that works really hard, builds a decent network, gets an outrageous bonus. Right? So, this usually, in other companies, you gotta, you gotta sell your brother-in-law, you gotta cut off one of your arms, you gotta break through everything just to get it, whatever. But here, I'm telling you right now, the DCQ stands for Diamond Club Qualified, okay? Diamond Club, you get a VIP bonus dream trip, okay? That's for diamonds only. You get a bunch of perks that we actually have not even rolled out and listed during pre-launch, but we're going to launch at launch at the conference that I'm going to talk to you about in just a moment. But to get on the Diamond Club, you need 200 on your long leg, 100 on your short leg points. That can be, at the most, 100 people just on a 4-pack, or if everybody's on a 10-pack, it's as little as 50. Okay? I don't know too many networks that you have 50 on your short leg and they're paying a $1,200 luxury car bonus. Okay? Then this is a serious vehicle. I mean, you're talking, there's the new, it's on you can read on the Rob Report magazine, that it's coming out next month. It's a 2014 S550 Mercedes-Benz, and it's